All right, welcome everybody. If you're new here, I'm a chronically ill rock star mom, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing today. And it's early, but we have a different turkey for Thanksgiving, but we also got this one. So I'm cooking this one early. It's huge. This is my giant Nesco roaster. I did butter and a homemade tons of seasoning mix under the skin, on top of the skin, all over. And then I have extras like halfway, or, whenever. I'm going to add more because we don't want a dry, flavorless turkey, if you feel me. So that's where we're getting started because this is going to take all day. We'll see what else I get into this afternoon. All right, I'm not doing a great job filming, but I am getting things done. So I made this recipe the other day, and I could not believe, one, how easy it was, because I had no idea how to make condensed milk. You know what I mean? Just always bought it from a can. But this tastes like 100 times better. Seriously, the easiest recipe. You can't screw it up, it seems like, because I haven't yet. I just did a double batch of the 5-minute homemade condensed milk. Super simple. You only need a few ingredients. Also, I'm obsessed with this powdered milk now because I use it for all kinds of things. Maybe I'll do a whole video on like powdered milk items because let me tell you, it's a secret ingredient that's incredible. Okay, so I have right here in you make it in your food processor. I have a double batch. Look how creamy it is, but it's not like super wet. It is thick, just like the can. Well, maybe a little bit thinner right now because it's still hot. Once it cools, it gets really thick. Oh my gosh. So what I do is I store it in a empty jar. I'm going to use, since I did a double batch, I'm going to use half of it for making homemade coffee creamer, which is also incredible. If I do that today, I'll put it in this video. If not, I'll try to get a video of that soon. And then the other half is going to be used for a treat, Christmas holiday treat I'm going to make. And that will be really fun too. So, sweetened condensed milk, instead of from a can, this is cheaper and literally tastes so much better. And it's a very easy swap to make, so I'm impressed. While it's right next to me, this is another item I used powdered milk for. So I only made a single batch because I've never made this and I didn't know how it would go. So this is Goosey's Spice Chai Mix, and Goosey is my daughter Madison. We call her Goose or Sissy. But anyway, so this is another item I used powdered milk for. I found a recipe online and got all the spices and stuff that Chai uses and made her a big batch, and she said it was delicious. So that's another powdered milk item. Also, you can use the powdered milk to make homemade hot chocolate, and I am going to try to get that done too. I might have enough, otherwise I might have to get more. But homemade hot chocolate mix is also on the playlist here, hopefully soon. Ignore all this. We've had other cooking happening. But I figured I'd show you. I am going to throw it together because it all won't fit in this jar. So I'm going to go ahead and make my coffee creamer. All you need is your sweetened condensed milk. And last time I did whole milk, and it was too much for me. So I'm going back to my almond milk. You need a cup of this and one can's worth of sweetened condensed milk. You're going to boil it for a few minutes until it's kind of combined, and then take it off the heat, and then add whatever extracts you'd like to have fancy flavored creamer, or this would just kind of be like a plain one. But I'm not sure what flavor I'm going to add yet. I'll show you when I get there. Ooh, okay, they look really orange in the camera, but homemade graham crackers. Now, I did forget one step where you're supposed to brush milk on them before you bake them, but that's all right. They taste good, but they don't have enough flavor. We all said it was like graham cracker light flavored. So I would definitely add a little more like graham, like either add some molasses or maybe some cinnamon or something. And then I would also do the milk wash with maybe some cinnamon sugar before I baked them. I'm not sure, but they are crispy. They're crunchy. See if I can get it to focus. Look at that. All those layers. They're pretty good. Like I said, they don't have a ton of flavor, but that's okay. I am going to take these now that they're cool, and I'm going to use them to make, people call them different things. Magic bars, eagle bars. But I don't know if I'm going to get to that today. But I wanted to share with you that I did get the condensed milk for that recipe done. And I got the graham crackers. So really, I just have to kind of process these. And you do like a graham cracker crust So what I think I'm going to do is when I pulverize these and mix it with butter, I think I'm going to do some cinnamon sugar to make them a little more flavorful. So it's fine that they're kind of plain. We're not even really going to eat them plain like this. I'm going to use all of them for my recipe. Like, again, the airhead. I'm not good at filming lately. Too distracted, but we had a bunch of potatoes that I wanted to prep up because I did this about a month ago maybe, and having these blanched and in the freezer for quick meals has been awesome. So I did get a crinkle cutter. Let me walk around this table here. I got a crinkle cutter, and I wanted to make crinkle cut fries, but I also thought, or I tried to do waffle fries. I don't know how you zigzag them. I didn't watch the video long enough. I just peeked in. But, so anyway, those are whatever they are. Like crinkle cut au gratin style. I don't know. But anyway, these are for hash browns, and then I will show you the actual crinkle cut fries that I cooked up. So these are just cooling and drying off, and then they will go into the freezer. And then, look at this. Oop. My turkey's done. Get that lid. Look at that. Beautiful. It's so golden and juicy, and it smells amazing. I cannot wait to cut into that and eat some right now. All right, look at the crinkle cuts. It was fun, actually. I did enjoy that little tool. And there's the ones that we baked up. Just salt, garlic powder, and onion powder, and some like cooking spray and stuff just to, get the seasonings to stick, and they're beautiful. All right, life goes on. This is actually the next day, but I filmed earlier today, so I'm adding this on. But I'm going to make some chili. So I have a quart-sized bag that is full of frozen beef. And then I put some onions, and then I put half of my homemade, a half gallon, or no, this is a half gallon. So half of a half gallon, right, of bone broth. And I don't have like a chili packet, so I'm just kind of winging it. I also have these. I've never tried them, but I'm going to put that in there. Some corn. And then make my own like chili seasoning packet from scratch to add to it. And then I'm going to look to see if I have any tomato sauce ingredients too. But otherwise it's just going to be some kind of delicious soup. We'll see. Alright, I'm doing the worst job filming ever. But this video's, it's just going to be what it is. Just for memories for our family. So I did show you I made the homemade graham crackers. They're delicious, but we didn't really eat any because I'm using them for a recipe. So I'm going to take them and turn them into breadcrumbs. Graham cracker crumbs, I mean. And since they didn't have enough flavor, I'm going to add some cinnamon and maybe a little bit of sugar, but I'm just putting them in my food processor, which recently has been like one of my favorite tools. I use it a lot. So I'm going to get that done, and then we'll show you what we're going to do with the homemade graham crackers. All right, now, because I'm a terrible filmer, I did not film making this, but I had everything already ready in the fridge and freezers to throw this breakfast casserole together, and I'm super excited. I made just a half batch, but it has homemade hash browns. It has freshly ground up cooked breakfast sausage, fresh made bacon, and then it has eggs with ranch seasoning and cheese. And then you just throw it all together and bake it. So we're going to dive into this. Look at that. And see if it's as delicious as I hope. Alright, I just wanted to show you this part. So I got the graham crackers. They look really dark, but they're not. I got the homemade graham crackers with butter into the pan. And then I made a double batch of sweetened condensed milk from scratch. And here it is. And when you put it in the refrigerator, it gets thick. You can still pour it, but it's thicker than when you pour it out of the can. But if you microwave it for just a few seconds, that's some graham crackers. It just pours. So I'm going to cover this, and then we're going to add the next toppings. Here they are. After it was too late, I realized you're supposed to put the chips down and then the coconut. Listen, it's fine. It's absolutely incredible. I would say the homemade graham crackers, though, didn't really stay together. Maybe I didn't put enough butter. I didn't even use a recipe for this. I was winging it because I've made it in years past. But this year with all homemade ingredients, I don't know. The homemade graham crackers, though, are so tasty. But, yeah, they didn't hold together. But it's beautiful. And even though it's a messy dessert, it's absolutely delicious.